Welcome, everyone. Happy Sunday, whether you're here or out in Etherland. Welcome, humans and puppies. We are Cahill and Deline, and we want to start out with Holy, Holy Way. This is a call and response. I will call, and Cahill and you will respond. That means you too out there. All right?
It's okay to sing in your pajamas.
One more time. Clapping and singing is definitely encouraged. Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me.
Let me know that love is all around me.
Oh, let me know that love is all around me.
Let me know that love is all around me.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me learn from all the ways I fall.
Let me learn from all the ways I fall.
Oh, let me know that love can heal us all.
Let me know that love can heal us all.
Oh, let me know that love can heal us all.
Let me know that love can heal us all.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me live in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me share the good that's overflowing.
Let me share the good that's overflowing.
And let me care for those around the world.
Let me care for those around the world.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me serve in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Oh, let me love in a holy, holy way.
Let me love in a holy, holy way.
Beautiful.
Fabulous. Am I on? I'm on now. So our practitioner today is Paul Calabro, and there he is. Fabulous. In the nick of time, making an entrance. I was thinking... yeah, apparently. So I was thinking today because, today Mercury conjuncts Pluto, so my natural thought was that he was abducted by aliens. So were you abducted by aliens?
That's a lot to think about. If you have the time, I'm willing to talk to you about it.
Yeah, I wasn't speaking metaphysically, but that's okay. Good morning, everyone, and a special good morning to Oregon. I know there's a watch party going on. Our community up there is with us today, and they too break bread. So hello, Oregon, and everyone else that's watching. And Cahill and Deline, good to see you guys.
Man, it's good to be back.
It's been since 2016.
Yes, 2016.
Yeah.
So what do you think of the place?
It's lovely. We
It's
missed you guys too.
incredible.
Man. We missed this community.
Well, hopefully
Yes.
it will not be that long next time. It's good to have you guys and all kinds of good stuff. So it's welcoming. Anything new and exciting in your guys?
Well, let's see. We've been married 36 years.
Yeah.
We've been doing some videos to our songs from
Fabulous.
our CD. So that's exciting. They're coming out like once a month, so I'll let you know when that's going to be happening.
Fabulous.
And we're just traveling all over the place, singing and playing wherever they want us.
There we go. Well, it's good to have you. It's good to have you guys there. And Pablo, ¿qué pasó? What's up, bud?
I'm just enjoying the weather we're having now before we get this big, apparently a big storm's coming.
Right.
So that should be nice. I'm gonna get some firewood and stuff, and just kind of lay low in the house and just read and have
Good
some
comfort
tea
food.
and stuff. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. So good seeing you guys. The Grammys are tonight, and I guess what is it? The Super Bowl's next week. Is that right?
The Grammys, also known as the Taylor Swift Show.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's true
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
Tonight. Yeah.
Tonight. And whatever else things are going on. But it's also Imbolc, also known as Candlemas. It is that midpoint between the winter solstice and the spring equinox where light is becoming more pronounced. So good stuff. Good stuff is happening. Anyway, I'm thrilled that you guys are all here today. We have a new theme, which I'll talk about, which is the unrelenting love. And I'll talk about that when we get into it. But let's see. Announcements. First of all is, I'm sorry? Announcements are, first of all, is we are having a St. Patrick's Day party on Saturday, March 16th. It's going to be from 4 to 7. We're going to have corned beef and a vegetarian option. There'll be adult beverages and all kinds of good food. Lee will be providing music, so we will, and he's even got Irish in him, which is fabulous. So we will be celebrating Aaron Gobra that day, so that's going on. Let's see what else is happening. Is that Paul has his meditation on Wednesdays at 12:30. Anything you want to say about that?
Yeah, I think it's just a lovely time to really rest and really hone in on kind of how our process and our ability to really slow down, especially midweek. We start out on Monday and we're ramped up. We're hitting the ground running after our weekend, and so it's a great reminder to really sit and just kind of be with ourselves and just allow ourselves to connect with our own bodies and what happens there in our feelings, in our mind. And really appreciate this loving community we have. So if you have time to come on in, it's about a 30-minute sit. We just sit and just explore and be in a space of love.
Fabulous. Thank you. Also, what's coming down the line in March, we are going to be having a health and wellness fair, which I'm very excited about. We've hosted other ones before, and we're doing this one our very own. So if you are a practitioner in some form of health or fitness or nutrition or any of those wellness kind of thing, please see Charla or Andrea, and we'll dial you in. And other things are coming. So we're pretty excited about that. That should be kind of a fun day to do as well. Let's see. Classes are already going along, so things are moving. So Jeff is at the helm today. That's it? Well, we might as well just do church then. So, Paul, if you would be so kind as to lead us in as we begin to go into service.
Sure. So let's just take this opportunity just to reflect on such a beautiful community we have. I just love coming here on my Sunday morning to just really just kind of unplug from my week. It seems like our world is just so busy and so fast, especially we're connected with our devices, and so it's really just to kind of say, you know what, I'm just going to go every Sunday just to reflect and to truly find that place of forgiveness within myself. As we all just really approaching this new year and each other. So if you like, just let's just sit and relax and focus in while I just kind of say these nice words of prayer to really open up our service so we can really hone in and find a deep space of peace within ourselves. And so if you like, just simply rest at ease, and you can close your eyes if you like. If not, you can just leave them open and just really ponder and really sit in this wonderful space that we're all in today. And we just relax and just focus in, allow this nice breath to come forth through our nose, and just Just relax and just see what you experience in your body just in this moment. We drop into our body, we just allow those sensations to come up and just to really reflect and kind of guide our way. You know, this experience of life that we're all in and the wonder of it all. Because I know that the truth of our being is here now as we rest with each other here. In this moment to experience song and love and laughter and peace and inspiration by the beautiful words of our Reverend Dr. Guy Williams, in conversation and loving awareness. And so as we gather today, I know that this service is simply already blessed, that we are here experiencing each other with a great sense of love and joy and peace. That regardless of what we experience in each and every day of our lives, that we can get together today every Sunday morning and allow this presence to make its way known. And so in deep gratitude, I give thanks for it all. I just allow this prayer to be so, with the acceptance and the love of my heart. And so it is.
So it is.
And so, of course, I was thinking about, this reading for this week. And, since we're doing this awesome book study every Sunday after service, and of course, you're welcome to join us from this book right here called It's Not Your Money. It's kind of like a play on words, because of course it's your money, right? But I thought this little passage was good as I was kind of reviewing the material that we'll be studying after its service today. So the author of the book is Tosha Silver. It's just an amazing personality that really allows you to really further explore this idea of allowing and acceptance, which at first, I can be a little resistant to, because it's really asking you to just offer everything to this beautiful experience called love. Right? Would have thought, right? Just allow love to lead the way. And so the reading goes, in a sense, you could say you learn how to offer through disappointment and loss. True offering is a passionate and direct invitation for love to take over and bring her own plan instead of the ego's. Now let us just sit with those words in our heart and in our mind and in our body as we meditate for this nice short little time. So I invite you just to relax in your seat, get comfortable, And so it is.
Continuing that beautiful state that we're in. This is called Love Song. One more time. One more time. The words I have to say may well be simple, but they're true. Until you give your love, there's nothing more that we can do. You can sing along if you want. Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Can your eyes really see?
You say it's very hard to leave behind the life we knew. But there's no other way, and now it's really up to you.
Love is the key we must turn. Truth is the flame we must burn. Freedom the lesson we must learn. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Love is the opening door. Love is what we came here for. No one could offer you more. Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen? Do you know what I mean? Have your eyes really seen?
So happy that we have the piano played today, and not a problem rearranging the furniture at all. Who originally did that song? Elton John? Was it Elton John? I thought it was somebody else. I mean, so many people have covered it. It was who? Okay. There we go. So I got a call this week from Andrea because she was getting ready to do the bulletin, and every month we have a theme. And I knew what the theme was in my head, and it was coming from a conversation I had with one of my favorite theologians. His name is Thomas Ord. He's the one who wrote God Can't. He's written several things. But he wrote a book. But anyway, so she said, Guy, what is the theme? You haven't told me. I said, you're right. So I said, the theme for the month is the power of unrelenting love, or maybe just unrelenting love. And when I came home, I was looking at one of the books, because it was one of the books I was in, references from Thomas Ord, and his title is not Unrelenting Love, but Uncontrolling Love. And those are two very distinct things. And although I'll be talking about uncontrolling love throughout the month, I really like the idea that love is unrelenting. Because to me, what that means is there was never a moment in creation when love wasn't present. There'll never be a time that love won't be. And for each of us personally, what I think that means is there has never been anything in our past that holds us back from this unrelenting love. Nothing in our future can alienate us, and there's nothing that we can do. The bottom line is this, is the universe loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So you might as well just give in and get it. So as I was kind of sitting on this, and I was playing last night, working and tooling the talk. Actually, I wasn't last night tooling the talk. I was actually going into Tolkien. Imagine that. It's a Saturday night, and I have all this work to do, and I think I'll pick up Lord of the Rings, which I did, and read. But something struck me last evening that I think is salient. It's not the theme of the talk, but salient nonetheless. And that is, as a writer, as an artist, as a speaker, as artists, you probably know that there are two things that I kind of glean from Tolkien, and it's not just him, but I think it's kind of universal, but him as a writer specifically. And the first is this, is that first drafts can suck. If you were to ever go into my office, you will see literally almost every week overflowing a wastebasket full of yellow legal pad paper wound up, and that's not going to work, filling that and pouring over. But I think it's kind of true for all of us, right? Because first attempts may not be best attempts. First impressions don't have to be the lasting impression. Things that we're thinking of don't have to be the end to it. There's a really interesting story for any Tolkien nerds in here, is that when Tolkien began writing The Lord of the Rings, because his publishers wanted something after The Hobbit, it wasn't until he began writing the trilogy that he realized that the ring in The Hobbit was the ring, which is the whole purpose or experience of the Lord of the Ring trilogy. So he was constantly retooling, going back and referencing, and it is something that all of us can do, right? Just because something is the way that it is doesn't mean it has to remain the way it is. We are given absolute permission to totally edit our lives. Oh, by the way, there is a universal law, and it's called evolution, which does the same thing, you know? Tails don't work, we'll give them opposable thumbs. All right, that'll work. Although I think it would be fun to have a prehensile tail. And if anybody's asking me, I think it would be also good for us to get a third set of teeth. But that's just me. But the other one is this. It is that something about Tolkien, because he was constantly referencing his work, and in the letters that he wrote, he would say that he really didn't understand the depth of what he was writing until he reviewed it later. In other words, sometimes this idea of the muse, when it speaks to us, is it cold in here? Is it cold in here? Oh, okay. Yes, no? Maybe crank it up a degree, somebody. What he, when he would look at his work, he didn't realize that there was something deep that he was giving voice to that he wasn't even aware of. And again, this reminds me of something that Abraham Heschel says when he says, words create worlds. And there's a repercussion of things that sometimes when the muse is visiting us, there's a deeper agenda that we may not know. So the secret to that then, I believe, is that always be aware of our intentions. Because we live in this remarkable and amazing and exciting place that is forever shifting and changing, and that we have been given this incredible gift of being able to participate in that. Something that Thomas Ord writes is this. He says, existence abounds in feelings, facts, information, values, actions, desires, and unanswered questions. We experience love, joy, and happiness, along with evil, pain, and sadness. There is just this sort of garage sale of experiences that wait for us every moment. And then how do we begin to endeavor to experience that, the power of that, and what it means to love, to live in this unrelenting love. And so, we're doing two classes, same class, two different mediums. One is on Zoom and one is on is live. And the live class last week, we had this lively conversation about love and what is love. And the definition that I like to use, and the one that I'm going to probably be using for us this morning, is that again, it's from Thomas Ord, it's from another one of his books, and he says, and what is love? Love is purposeful action in relation to God and others that aims to do good. Love advances well-being. It fosters flourishing, abundant life, and blessedness. To put it formally, to love is to act intentionally in response to God and others, to promote overall well-being. God's love always works for the good because God is love. In other words, love is intentional. It has a direction, a focus, and a sort of a calling, a dharma to do the good. In the world that we live in, of course, we confuse that with so many things. And, we love our car, we love this, my dog loves his food. And all these things may be true, but that universal experience of love that is bending, that sort of is the arc of creation and evolution itself, is life. It's the good. And, what we begin to understand is, I'm watching this series on Prime, and it's about the beginning of the universe and the beginning of thought and all these other kinds of thoughts in here. And I just lost my thought on that. Where was I going to go? So yes. No, Prime, this, that, then, because it had nothing to do with this. It had something to do with something else, but it just reminded me of this. It's not easy living in here, by the way. And that is even at the beginning of creation, we see symmetry. We see habits. We see learning, even when there isn't anything that we know as conscious mind. and that there's something even more profound that is motivating that. Another guy that I follow, this guy Trip Fuller, he was talking about he was doing some postdoctorate, or he was a professor in residence at Edinburgh, and he was doing a thing on science and spirituality, and he was talking about how they have observed twins in utero before there's a brain cell stem, before there's a brain engaged in play and moving from things that are desirable to undesirable, moving from where there could be discomfort to comfort, but that there is mind working even before there's brain. And this whole idea of mind, this, we use the symbol of God as something that is profoundly moving, evolving, luring, and drawing. It is the force of love itself. But then I think, well, what about me? And maybe you think, what about you as well? Because sometimes the motivation may not necessarily be for the highest good, for flourishing, for life, for love. Sometimes it's ego. Sometimes it's fear. Sometimes it's anger, or whatever the case. And so I was thinking about Ignatius Loyola, which you often do, and he talks about love, and he talks about two forms of love, and he calls them consolate and disconsolate. And consolate from the word to console, to bring comfort, to soothe, to comfort, to protect. That is kind of the love that I think he's talking about. But then there's also disconsolate, which, the dis in there means it's not that, it's something else. And it's kind of like loving the wrong thing or loving the right thing wrongly. Because we can somehow or another get distorted on this. But I think that what we can ask ourselves is, where I am giving and receiving my love, is it intended to flourish, to good, to heal, to console? Or is it simply to gratify, to protect, to hold in? And so, I think that's something that we call discernment, how we look at our actions, and are they congruent with our intentions, and are our intentions congruent with, hello Star Wars, the Force, that which is forever luring into a full expression of its life, even within ourself. And what the power is when we do that. And again, I went back to Tolkien. And there's something that he writes that is really interesting. And, spoiler alert for anybody that's not a total Tolkien nerd, if you've seen the movies, you'll know what I'm talking about if you read the books. By the way, we're talking about doing a reading group on Tolkien. I'd love to take you guys through Middle-earth. But that's another story. So, something that Tolkien mentions is he says that if it wasn't for the pity expressed through Frodo and Bilbo towards Gollum, that the entire endeavor would have failed. But it was through pity, compassion, that the entire adventure of the Fellowship of the Rings was a success. And I think that's kind of an interesting to ponder, because the character that he's talking about is sort of the antithesis of the good. It is Gollum. And Gollum is loathsome. He kills his best friend. He lures things into his caves and eats them. He is driven mad by the ring, and his only desire is to possess the ring, to dominate through power. He is a slave. He is hideous. He lies. He's sneaky. He escapes. There's very little good in this character. And yet, he has shown pity. He has shown mercy. He has shown compassion. And in a really interesting twist, what Tolkien would call an ecocatastrophe, which is when things suddenly work out for the good. And it is in direct relation to that. So I've been thinking about that because we're talking about unanticipated or unexpected income or unexpected good. And how do we put ourselves in possession or position for the good? And I believe it's through the practice of compassion. Because let's face it, we all have a Gollum in our life. He's an archetype. It may be someone who exists in the public arena, whether in celebrity or politics or whatever, and we decide to project upon that individual everything that is reprehensible, everything that is wrong, everything that if that was just not the case, things would be better. Or it may be even more personal. Maybe it's our relationship to our body. Maybe there's something about ourselves that we have an issue with. Whatever the case may be, but as we know as practitioners of metaphysics, is that our thoughts are causative. And if our thought, our attention, our disconsolate love is not directed toward the flourishing, then it runs the danger of leading us into ruin. So the antidote then, of course, is to look at our Gollum. And here's the thing, is that what Tolkien does so beautifully within these characters is he looks, because there's this one scene. There's this one scene where Gollum has just been misbehaving like crazy. And something has happened or whatever the case. But there's this one evening when Frodo looks over and sees him, and just for a second, he sees a sad and lonely and broken creature. And he's filled with compassion. And just for a moment, can we look at this character? Can we look at ourselves and see beyond the activities, beyond the conditions, is that which was born into the unrelenting love of creation? And maybe they got broken along the way, maybe we got broken along the way. But can we pause and practice compassion? I know for myself, my practice is this, my practice is constantly evolving, but one of the things that, Jesus says that I think is really a profound thought is this, is he says, pray for your enemies. Pray for your enemies. We live in a culture that doesn't do that. We celebrate enemies, right? And we want to be bigger, better, more, faster, whatever. Pray for your enemies. Or maybe in that moment, it is the person who has done something absolutely boneheaded at the four-way stop, or has taken the parking place that you were driving around just about to get, or whatever the case may be. In which case, here's the thing that we can do in that moment. We can stop. If the prayer is nothing more than, may that person be filled with loving kindness. May they be well. May they be peaceful and at ease, and may they be happy. Maybe that's the best we can muster, because in our most sane moment, why would we not wish that on anyone? Do we really believe that that we are going to participate in saving the world except for that one person, or ourself, or that one aspect about ourself? Are we really that arrogant? So maybe it is that. Maybe that is our practice. You know, Andrea and I have gotten into this practice where we pray for our neighborhood every day. And you know, and we have a neighbor that sometimes invites us to pray deeper. We all have one of those neighbors, yeah. So we all, and some of us are that neighbor. And to be perfectly honest, with Rolo, our dog, we are that neighbor often. But so it is that prayer. May that person be filled with loving kindness. May they be well. May they be peaceful and at ease, and may they be happy. May I practice compassion. May I practice pity. Because in doing so, we might very well, in that moment, be the return of the Messiah. It is up to us. It's not up to anyone else. If we see it, it's our responsibility. So again, may we be filled with loving kindness. May we be well. May we be peaceful and at ease. And may every one of us be happy. Thank you.
Wonderful. That's one of the reasons we're so glad to be back here again after 6 years. So we're going to continue on with a song that we co-wrote with Carl Anthony, and it's called Everybody Matters. You know, we have these movements like Black Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, I don't know, red, blue, green, purple lives matter, but for the fact of the matter is every human being on this planet, every living creature has consciousness, they matter, and we should remember that, as Reverend Guy says, and practice compassion. So this is a song about that, and a couple of the characters in the song are ones you may not be so inclined to think they matter, but they do. You ready?
Sing along, everyone, okay? It starts out with the chorus, and that's what we'd like you to sing along with. Strike up the band. Everybody matters. Everyone wants love. Everybody matters. Everyone wants love. Let me hear you say love, love, love. Everyone wants love.
I was driving to the park. It was getting kinda dark. I saw a man without a home. He looked so desperate and alone. I didn't know if I should smile or think about it for a while. I walked away without a glance. Oh, why couldn't I take a chance? 'Cause everybody matters. Everyone wants love. Everybody matters. Everyone wants love. Let me hear you say love, love, love. Everyone wants love. I was driving down the road, overwhelmed on overload. Pulled up beside a limousine. Rich man reading fortune.
magazine. He looked unhappy and alone, doing deals by mobile phone. He wouldn't even look my way. Rolled out my window and I had to say, hey, hey, everybody matters. Everyone wants love. Everybody matters. Everyone wants love. Let me hear you say love, love, love. Everyone wants love. Blow that sax, Daddy. Tell you that you matter tonight. Woo! Everybody matters. Everyone wants love. Come on, sing it now. Everybody matters. Everyone wants love. Let me hear you say love, love, love. Everyone wants love. Yeah, 'cause everybody matters. Everyone wants love. We want it, we want it. Everybody matters. Everyone wants love. Let me hear you say love, love, love. Everyone wants love. Let me hear you say love, love, love. Everyone wants love. Let me hear you say love, love, love. Everyone wants love, love. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh. Thank you very much. Thank you. We're going to do a video to that one.
That's you.
Awesome. Yeah, I feel like getting up and just started dancing on that one. I was just like boogieing. That's cool. Thank you so much. Yeah, and so we reached to that point in our service of conscious giving, and what a wonderful message. And to really be in this place of love and giving, right? To really understand that this beautiful thing that we're surrounded by, love, and to really have the courage to really dig deep and to see that around you. And not only that, we can dig deep into our pockets. No. But really to allow this kind of flow to take place, really takes some effort, and it's a spiritual quality, and really allows us to be present in our own evolution, our own evolved human makeup, our own evolved brain, the neural cortex, to say, you know what? We're at each other's care here. You know, we get to come in here every week and just be with each other and allow this love and this camaraderie to unfold in the most beautiful way, where it's not controlled in this grandiose way, you know, where we can just let things happen. And so what a beautiful spiritual practice. And so if you feel it in your body today, and if not, please feel free to hold your hand to your heart and just feel that presence there. And know that this expression of love, in whatever form it may take, whether it's a prayer to that neighbor, or it's a prayer in a form of currency, may this gift be that blessing in itself that allows us to gather here in each and every week, because truly we are at each other's care. And so I give thanks for this blessing. I call it forth into being, and so it is.
Keep on going.
So there's one thing that we are committed to in this, well, we're committed to several things, but probably the number one thing that we are committed to is prayer. We have a Friday morning prayer circle with the practitioners, and we get together and we pray for the intentions that you have submitted and for the community itself and for whatever, but we pray. And what I would like to offer today to each of you is, if your heart has been touched in any way, please do not leave without prayer. And there are several ways that you can do that. You can fill out a prayer request in the back and in the narthex there and fill it out. And if you want one of us to contact you, just check that box and we'll reach out to you. If you're not, we'll just know that we are praying for you and your intentions. You can see any one of the practitioners in this center and just go up to them and say, can we pray? And they will say yes. And I'd like to call the practitioners that are here up to the platform, Paul, of course, and Liz, and Andrea's here. Kurt is in the kitchen working, so you could ask him, but maybe ask one of these instead, because we like the food that he brings us. Or also, Paul will be leading a prayer circle about 5 or 10 minutes after service in the Emerson room, and you can pray there. I also want to just bring your attention to the book study that we are doing. This book, It's Not Your Money by Tosha Silver. And one of the things that it is absolutely a gift, and it's offered to you, and it's really a cool book study. I'm really enjoying it, although I have to leave early today. But it's really cool, and I'll just let you know that I was putting in a second check today, because the only thing that we're asking is if there is any unexpected income that comes to you during this time, that you keep 90% of it and give us 10. And so that's the practice. It's really a good book study too. It's really good. So we got that going on, and I think that's it for announcements. So I just want to, once again, Cahill and Deline, it was so good having you guys
so
here.
So wonderful. Thank you for having us.
Always blessed to have you here. Jeff, it's fabulous having you here. And you're once a month, the first Sunday of the month, you're here, looking good. Yeah. And Lee, always everything that you do for us, and thank you. And Mike and Gary for taking our tithe, and Karen and Larry for greeting us, and who was with you today? Nobody. Chris, okay. So that, I know that Mike and Mark came in this week and cleaned the rain gutters. Wow. That was fabulous. Thank you, guys. Also, just know that the coffee that you were drinking today was made by Mark with great love, and so that's and of course there's some really cool stuff in the gift shop. I know because we have a new tablecloth from said gift shop. And anyway, so the three Graces are there. I see Noreen is here. I don't think Sherry is here today, and I don't see Patty, but Noreen will be in there. So good stuff is happening. Anything that I'm missing? Thank you. So thank you for everybody. Anything I'm missing? Good. So let's pray. Again, thinking that prayer is the contemplation of the facts of life from the highest point of view, says Ralph Waldo Emerson. So what is that highest point of view? That there is one life, one presence that exists in all things, that nothing is separate from it, and that the very nature of it is this uncontrolling and unrelenting love. It always was, it is in this moment, and ever shall be. And we just allow ourselves to be guided, surprised, carried over, lured by this presence of love that is always drawing us into the good. So I bless this day in that consciousness, giving great thanks, letting it be, and so it is.
Please sing Let the Love Wash Over Us, and on the words over us, just fill yourself up with love, all right?
Wash over us. We let it be. We let the love wash over us. We let it be.
We let the joy,
We let the joy wash over us. We let it be.
we let the peace,
We let the peace wash over us. We let it be.
we let the love,
We let the love wash over us. We let it be.
fill yourself up with love. Keep it going. All right, thank you. You want to play a little bit?